What is up, guys? Josh Carroll, the real JC here to predict Smoke Room card, Blaze Up 4, the anniversary, January 17th, Chicago. I'll post all the details in the description. Shout out Joan Wick and Boomman, all the staff over there at Smoke Room. A pretty stacked card, so let's get right to it. First off, we have the two money on the floor battles, starting with Merlo and King 8. So Merlo has been kind of on and off in terms of, good and bad performances over the course of his career. But you can't deny his run in Chicago of late. You have Los Preem, Bob Juice, Dot, Dev the Demon, Heavy Half, all very high quality shit from him. And Ape, as we know, when he's on his A game, is absolutely incredible. One of the best indie animals, period. His last in Chicago was against, well, not so much Bob Juice anymore. I'm hearing he had a great performance against ABM, but the last Chicago performance I've seen from him was Bob Juice. It was a very good battle, but he choked away around the process. The battle is essentially going to come down to, at least in my opinion, who wants it more. I got Merlo as he's been more consistent, but Ape can certainly still around. I got 8-2-1. Next, we have Illa versus Sunny. Now, Illa has had a good last couple battles with Bob Juice and Miller G. Bob, especially, go watch that on Kingpin Battle League. Definitely a heater. He's definitely one of the most underrated in Illinois, no doubt. Now, Sonny has had his fair share of mishaps, whether choking or stumbling. But when he feels he has sort of a point to prove, like he did versus Sammy or Tenfo, he not to be played with. For that reason, I got Sonny 2-1. I just feel like if there's anything at stake on the line, he somehow turns up another gear. And hopefully we see more of the same. Next we have Blood Ties versus Killer B. It's definitely nice to, see Blood Ties get his first big OT shot. He's definitely held his own against names like Mega, Coach, and Momentus, and I'm hearing off that same Spit Your Shit card, he just had a good battle with Charlie Ward. So good that he's, staying consistent. Now, Killer B, as we know, is one half of the Splash Bros. Over a decade deep in this battle shit. Let's see if BTK can really prove himself and be clean of the process. I got Killer B off consistency alone. But as long as Blood Ties can keep up the momentum he's got going on, he can definitely still around. This is a battle where I kind of hope I'm proven wrong. We'll see though. Next we have Rock and Mr. Mills. Now this right here is another battle of very elite pens when they are very hungry. But the key thing here is that Mills has greater stage presence over Rock. If Rock can do just a little more in that regard, he can take the battle. But I got Mills. It seems like, he's super focused again, and that is very scary considering, again, off that same Spit Your Shit card, I'm hearing he had a really good battle with Gage. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, for those reasons, I got Mr. Mills. Next, we have No Sense in Ish Moolah. Ish has had a decent run in his return to battle rap, especially low, so like that's a very good battle. Now, No Sense is pretty good when he's on. I just don't personally think it's enough for someone like Ish, especially since he's had some pretty big moments within Smoke Room lore. I still remember when he lit off the smoke alarm at Shirley's house. That was a classic moment right there. I think I do think No Sense knows that he's kind of had his back against the wall here, and Hopefully he shows out. He's definitely underrated for sure. But for now, I got Ish. Next, we have Bob and Lou Castro. Excuse me. I will say, Bob has been a very fast riser within the Chicago scene. My one knock on him is that he has to, clean up the occasional filler against, especially against going someone as proven as a big dog. Hey, big dog! We know that Lou is very electrifying when he's in his bag, and for that reason, I got him. But I do hope Bob shows out because he has, proven to hold his own in certain competition because he's got Devil, Coach, Dot, names like that on his resume. So hopefully he continues doing his numbers. But I think Lou will be a bit too much for him. I hope he fights back though. Fights back, excuse me. Next, you've got Gage and Av. Now this right here is a very much a slick talkers battle. Both Gage and Av do it well in their own rights, except that, at least in my opinion, Av has much better stage presence than Gage overall. That being said, though, Gage has been on a good run lately. He's got King Money, A Ward, and the aforementioned Mr. Mills battle. If he stays as focused as he's been, he can definitely beat Av. Especially if he gets in the kind of bag he was in against A Ward. For that reason, I got Gage 2-1. And then last but not least, this is my favorite battle on the card. Slightly biased. King Crash and Rum Nitty. Crash's consistency over the past 3 years, especially, cannot and will not go unnoticed. He has definitely shown the level he can get to when he's matched with the best of the best, over the course of his run with Danny, Chess, and Times. It's some of his best work. And he was not supposed to beat Danny and Chess especially, and he really showed what he could do. And I have no doubt it'll be more the same against the alien himself. Nitty, of course, as we know, is, one of the most consistent and brightest stars in battle rap, period. This will be Crash's biggest test yet. But I know for a fact he's going to pass with flying colors. I got Crash 2-1. Not to mention, if he does win, he'll be 3-0 against EFB. Because he's got JC, Danny, and then Nitty. So yeah, pretty amazing feat if I must say so myself. Alright, so to recap, I got Merlo in 8. I got Sonny. I got Killer B. I got Mr. Mills. I got Ish. I got Lou Castro. I got Gage. And I got Crash. But yeah, very exciting card. Go copy your tickets if you haven't already. Again, I will leave all the details in the description. I'll be back for some more. Peace.